back in 2011. Rob Burrow is 40 years of age this next week on Monday. So happy birthday, Big Nose.
Yeah. Apart from the big nose bit, obviously.
Yeah, obviously, I'm not going to say that. That's Barry's comment. Yeah, happy birthday, Rob. Great lad. Great lad.
Only you can get away with it. You might not go away with it.
Hey, listen, you don't hear what he calls me.
12 points to 6. St Helens lead here at Old Trafford. The stadium awaits what could be an epic second 40 minutes. And Leeds will get us underway. They haven't beaten Saints since March the 16th, 2018 in Super League, when they won 28 points to 20 at the Totally Wicked Stadium. Saints have won 11 in a row against Leeds since then. But this could be an opportunity for Leeds to alter the tide.
It's a grand final, and Leeds have won 4 grand finals, albeit in different eras, different teams, different players, but grand finals on Old Trafford does funny things to players and teams.
Saints, defending champions. Champions for the last 3 years, champions for 1,078 days in actual fact. And then with Mark Percival, here's Roby, and here's Lomax with the kick, and Myler comes to claim it and does that.
He's solid at the back, isn't he?
Paul Helens is on the sidelines, and Helens, assistant coach, and kindly taking time to have a word with us. You've got a game on your hands here, Paul.
I certainly have, and we knew that when we turned up today. It's a grand final. It has all those ingredients that you'd expect from a grand final. It's tense, it's chaotic, it's energetic, all those things that you bring in these games. And sometimes it's not about sometimes it's just about turning up where you need it. And these games often bring out that type of efforts.
What are the main areas of concern, or areas where you're looking for improvement in the second half, Paul?
I mean, there's no areas of concern really. I mean, we're delighted by the way we're going about our business, and certainly defensively. I said this last week when I spoke to you. I just think we can get a little bit more in support when we're attacking. That'll be a challenge for us this year, because we do invest a lot into our defence.
Paul, thanks very much indeed once again. And St Helens have the penalty, the high tackle.
The same both ways against both teams. High contact.
Well, it's Blakehost, and he skirts across the line, doesn't he? He always gets that right arm out to fend, and you can see just goes over, clips him under the chin, and rides over the top. And again, Johnny Lomax will be quite happy, content with getting this penalty.
You need to be alert on Tommy Makinson, don't you? He makes more meters, more tackle busts, start every set of 6, and then players like Johnny Lomax feed off the back of that. And then Tommy Makinson, more often than not, is at the back end to put the ball down over the line.
There's LMS in his sixth grand final, winner of 4, Louis McCarthy Scarsbrook. Here's Matautia now.
Goal 2.
And Roby. Jack Wellesby, Batchelor. Tackled by Sutcliffe. Roby, little dart down the short side, and Roby, legs driving, taking him closer to that Leeds line, but he's denied by the tackle by Sutcliffe. It's Batchelor who gets the pass away to Wellesby. Sione Matautia tries to wrong foot the Leeds defence. He can't do that. 5th tackle, 10 metres or so away. Here is Roby now. Roby's pass for Lomax. Lomax shapes the kick. Benison's pass, and Briscoe gets his body in the way to deny Saints, but knock it on, I think.
Yeah, it's a bit more pressure, Bill. Benison gives it Percival. Percival pulls in Tom Briscoe, and you can see his right hand just makes a play for it. He had to go for it. He come in, he made the decision. All that needs now is another set of 6 for this Saints side. And Leeds Rhino as well. They need that strong defence again, don't they, to try and keep them out.
Binding boys,
Scrum. Saints feed, bang in front of those Leeds posts, 10 metres away. Prime territory this, prime territory for the Saints, for Welsby. And Welsby weaving his way through, determined to get there, but denied. Denied at the last, but will Saints be denied here? Lomax back on the inside. He's looking for a second, maybe. He's stopped underneath those posts. Myler directing Leeds' defensive operations. The pass finds Sirinen. He's brought down by Austin. Austin clings onto an ankle. Set restart, presumably for that. Here is Benison. Submerged by Hardacre's tackle. They're 5 metres away now as they come with LMS looking over his shoulder, hand in the face of Leeming. Saints looking to put their mark on this game early in the second half. Lomax dummying and getting towards the line, but again he is held. Leeming clinging onto the ball. 3 tackles gone. The pressure on the Leeds defence. Roby. There's Welsby, Conrad Hurrell motoring and trying to find his way through, and does find his way through. I think he's got that ball down. Look at LMS celebrating. That tells you that
we are on tackle 3.
Has got the try.
We have a try.
In Saints views, in the view of the referee.
Confirm he gets the ball
the
down.
view of video ref Ben Thaler.
Video referee to match director. There is an on-field decision of a try. So please check all available angles, please, for the grounding. Ball is in his hand, his right hand. To keep going. Still in his possession. It's still in his possession. Still in his possession. Still got control of the ball. Thank you. I'm happy. I've seen all available angles I need, and I have now made my decision.
And he's made his decision in record time as Ben Thaler. And it's a decision that means that Saints have struck early in this second half. And it's the former Leeds man, Conrad Hurrell, in his first grand final, who's got his 10th try of the season. And that was a Conrad Hurrell try, if ever I saw one. Yeah. He would not be stopped.
Yeah, looking to kick the door in, wasn't he, Conrad Hurrell? The ex-Rhino. Well, Tom Briscoe had to come in and had to make a play to stop this, otherwise it would have been a try. It was 2-on-1. Unfortunately, knocks the ball on. Another set of 6, and Conrad Hurrell back against the grain. The powerful Tongan, you can see, he gets rid of 4 defenders and still has the fight, the urgency to get over the try line. He knows where he is on the field, but just keeps on pushing those big, powerful legs of his. Spins in the tackle, and they just can't hold on to him up top. So strong.
It was a roaring, rockabilly, robustious try from Conrad Hurrell, and Makinson has converted, and that is what Leeds did not need at the start of this second half. They got themselves back in touch with that Leeming try before the break, and immediately Saints have restored their advantage.
They are some side, aren't they, St Helens? I made a note of the 3 words that Paul Wellens used when we spoke to him. He said this game is tense, chaotic and energetic. Look at the energy on LMS. Look at the energy used to score that try from Conrad Hurrell. Well, all around them are losing their heads. Johnny Lomax and James Roby are cool as cucumbers. Watch the accuracy of passes that Roby delivers. Everybody that catches it where their hands are, which buys them a little bit of think time, so they're not having to concentrate on what's happening in front of them after they've caught the ball. The ball lands where it's supposed to do. What a master craftsman that man is.
And he'll be going round for a 20th Super League season next year, will James Roby, deciding eventually that he just has to have one more. The kick is a good one, and the chase is good, and Myler is pounced on by Conrad Hurrell. That's not what you want.
No, and they're the sort of kicks that really hurt you. Like I said, first half, you kick into the corner, you're tasked with bringing the ball away. You find it really difficult. You can see just Saints now just looking to get off the line and slow the Rhinos down.
Can Leeds respond again? LMS hurls Sutcliffe to the ground, but credit to Liam Sutcliffe, he rode the challenge.
I'll tell you who else is throwing himself around, Matty Lees. Every time he makes contact, he rocks the head of the opposition.
Here is Hardacre, who's run galvanised Leeds at the end of the first half. Hardacre playing the ball on the last. Austin will launch that kick again, getting good height on it. But Makinson solid as a rock underneath that one.
Well, they're not getting any joy out of the back three from Saints. They've been dealing with all those big towering kicks, and let me tell you, he has got a boot on him, Blake Austin, getting the offload.
Hurrell with the offload. Sorry, Terry, good work from Conrad Hurrell.
Move! Back now. Hold!
And inside their own 40 at the moment. Here is Makinson, Leeming and Bodine Thompson clinging onto him.
That's well handled, isn't it? Cruz Leeming spotted Makinson, dealt with him, held him, and stopped him playing the ball quickly as well.
Matautia will play the ball now. Here comes Louis McCarthy, Scarsbrook on the charge. I tell you what, we've got an energy crisis. Just harness Louis McCarthy, Scarsbrook. Just chain him to the grid. Offload to Roby, and Leeds have the ball back. Just a rare error.
Move! Got one.
Here is Bentley, a wholehearted contributor to Leeds, sometimes too wholehearted. It's cost him a few appearances this season. In fact, he was sent off in round 1 against Warrington. Here is Hardacre, steps out of the tackle. Briscoe gets the ball away to Hanley. Hanley, and it comes to Cam Smith, who manages to keep it alive. Floats a dangerous pass over the top to Martin. Martin with a dummy was looking for some support. Saints were tracking back. Myler. Sutcliffe now. Looping ball from Leeming. Little step from Briscoe. Briscoe was hoping to offload but couldn't do so. Bentley picks up. Bentley legs driving, trying to get there, maybe do a Conrad Hurrell, but Saints won't allow it. That's the last tackle, and that'll be the turnover.
No, Bill, that's a penalty. It's a penalty on the last play. Well, it's a big call, isn't it, from Liam Moore? And
I thought it was the wrong decision by Bentley to go.
Don't make it back on the
he
goal
must have felt that Saints weren't back on side. And if he ran at a player in a red shirt, red and white V, of course, he'd get the penalty. More pressure.
And hang on a minute.
Is Matty Lees going off with a head knock, is it?
Yeah.
So HIA, Morgan Knowles comes back onto the field to replace him.
Well, he already has an accolade to his name tonight. Matty Lees, scorer of the fastest try in grand final history. But he leaves the field and Leeds with Sam Walters in possession, the 21-year-old, looking to strike back again. 18-6 they trail. Here is Tetevano. Matautia down low. Morgan Knowles, Donaldson, as it was, who was slow to play the ball down. Attacking that end where the Leeds fans are urging them on. Walters' pass, it was too high.
Oh, it was a 6 again as well. It looks like
offside again.
It looks like Leeds are going to get another penalty. But they can't continue to waste these opportunities. A 6 again call given. And when this ball is passed, Sam Walters, I think if he had his time again, he'd look to just run that ball rather than use it.
So, another penalty for the Leeds Rhinos. And here is Walters, towering forward. Now then Leeming. Tetevano. Louis McCarthy, Scarsbrook with the tackle. Baxter in there as well. Leeming. They go to the left. They go to Sutcliffe and stumbles and loses possession.
Well, you see the way that Saints celebrate that. It's like scoring a try for them. Under a bit of pressure, a couple of penalties, had to deal with this. And Sutcliffe, like I said, just tries to wrong foot the Saints defender, Conrad Hurrell, and he just bobbles the ball underneath him.
There is a lot of action going on all over the field, but I feel that Mark Percival against Zach Hardacre, Liam Sutcliffe against Conrad Hurrell is a real flashpoint for both sides. And Liam Sutcliffe lost his footing because he had the big frame of Conrad Hurrell in front of him.
Frustration for Leeds and their supporters because they got back-to-back penalties. They had Saints pinned and they weren't able to capitalise.
Well, big spell, you've got to own those sort of big moments, haven't you? Take your chances. And they built enough pressure with them penalties, but just couldn't get over the line. But that's where you've got to credit Saints and Blair Costin again. He come up with a bell ringer in the first half. He's just come up with another one.
And look at Benison back on his feet.
Together!
There you go. Hits him, drives him backwards, but you're right, Benison, who looks like he has to be up for his paper round in the morning, just shrugs it off and gets back in the defensive line.
There's good work from Leeds. That's the 5th tackle for Saints, and they're going to kick from inside their own half. It's Lomax, it's Myler. But look, Myler looks up and there is a wall of Saints shirts in front of him.
They love being in that attritional phase of the game and they keep it there as long as they can. I remember Paul Wellens saying about James Robier early in the year, he's the best sufferer he's ever come across. He loves being out of breath, gassed, disorientated. I think they've got a team of them all on the same base level.
Hold the 10, goal first.
Well, they are defending an 18-6 lead here. That's a poor pass. It puts Myler under pressure. Leeds losing their way there.
You've got to get them passes right, especially when you're so close to your line. And Donaldson, well, he's the man who passed it. He knew he made a mistake, so he puts his hand up to take it forward.
Leeds supporters appealing for a high tackle on their man there. Austin gets the kick high, and Hopewati is underneath this one.
And that's what Danny Maguire, our studio guest, was talking about at the end of the tackle, at the end of the set of 6. Pressure-building kicks have been put in by St Helens, and Leeds Rhinos are kicking it as high as they can, hoping for a mistake.
There's Makinson getting wearily to his feet. He has taken some battering today. Leeds penalised. They are offside this time.
Well, he's calling the Leeds Rhinos players to make sure that they don't jump, they don't go early.
What do you mate?
Hardacre, was it?
Touch.
Too quick off the mark. And a penalty allows Lomax to take Saints further up the field. Look at that stand at that end of the field, packed with St Helens supporters. They are so used to this scenario. 3 grand final wins in a row. Okay, they weren't at Hull in 2020 to witness that nail-biting finish when Wellesby scored off the last kick of the game. But they are so used to this. Almost a second home this for Saints supporters at the moment. Here's Roby, has got Louis McCarthy-Scarsbrook on his shoulder. And a rambling run from LMS until he runs into Bentley's tackle. Here's Lomax, Wellesby, Conrad Hurrell, one try to his name already this evening, cutting across field and then sensing an opportunity. But Bentley and Walters managing to stop him. Only about 5 metres away. Set restart signals the referee. Bentley just taking a bit too long there. Here's Curtis Sirinen now. Sirinen. Leeds desperately defending now. Another Saints try, and it becomes a real mountain at Wingfield is held up just short of the line.
Release!
Roby's pass. Morgan Knowles, and Knowles dumped on his backside. Donaldson giving away weight there. And here's Lomax. Lomax, a little step, little change of direction again. Saints hammering away at this Leeds defence. Coming up to the hour mark in this game. Here is Jack Wellesby, young player of the year once again. Little kick, little try for Mark Percival. Is it awarded yet? What does referee Liam Moore reckon? It is a
Onside,
try.
mate, into the grounding.
Another one for St Helens. Another kick try if it comes off.
Video
What's
referee,
Ben
match
Thaler's
director
thoughts?
Video referee to match director. There's an on-field decision. The try. Will you please check all available angles, please, on the onside start with and then through to the grounding. Okay, bring it on from there, please. The other player's making his way backwards. Not the intent of the ball, so that player's onside. So you can keep going straight down, keep going, keep going. Just have another look at that one, please. Just making sure that he does maintain his hand on the ball as he takes it to ground. Thank you. I'm happy I've seen all the angles I need.
Mark Percival in his 4th grand final. And with a try, just his 7th of the season, that could put this game beyond the Leeds Rhinos. The kick to come, and St Helens lead by 22 points to 6.
Well, how many times have we seen St Helens score off a short kick? Success leaves clues. And when he hasn't got anything available to him, Jack Wellsby, he's looking for somebody to pass to. Everybody's motioning towards the kick. He just dribbles it through with his left foot. A nonchalant little kick from the side of his foot. And Mark Percival, he's good enough to collect, he's good enough to convert, and Saints turn 4 into 6.
24 points to 6. The champions lead. Mark Percival, a try scorer in 2019 in the grand final victory over Salford, gets a crucial try and celebrates with his loyal supporters.
Well, Mark Percival knew exactly what he had to do, and he's a class act, Wellsby. 2 try assists today from 2 kicks. Everyone's talking about Johnny Lomax and what he was doing as Leeds Rhinos go short, what he was doing with the kicking game. Well, Jack Wellsby saying, don't forget about me here.
Mark Percival's had a rough season, missed 14 games this year because of hamstring problems, which are a bit of an issue for him. But when he is fit, when he is on his game, he is one of the best.
How good was he last week to come back after, was it 17 weeks out of the game? Come back, played a massive part for his team. He's here on the biggest stage of all. It looks like he's carrying a couple of knocks, but how patient St Helens are. They just keep applying pressure, keep making it impossible for Leeds Rhinos to breathe. They're under that much pressure.
And here comes Louis McCarthy Scarsbrook once again. He'll be going round again next season with LMS. He's 36 now. But he's going on for another season. He's picked up a knock there, I think. Slow to get to his feet.
Yeah, when the defenders made that tackle, they put their hands up. I think sometimes when you're involved in that wrestle around that contact area, you hear something, you feel something. Oh, I don't know whether it's James Bentley catches him.
It's a high kick, and Hanley couldn't handle it. Lomax with a little chip over the top, but Myler is well positioned to claim that.
And he's so safe and brave at the back, isn't he? And Reece Martin back into the side, trying everything, offloading the ball to Sutcliffe.
Sutcliffe takes Leeds up to the 20. The ball's looped wide to Tom Briscoe, playing his final game in Leeds Rhinos colours. Tom Briscoe before moving on.
Well, they're chasing the game,
and they're dangerous when they're chasing, aren't they, Tez?
Release, goal 4. You'll just swing your head back.
And the Catalan Dragons, they came back from nowhere and won that game.
5 moves. Ball may hold it.
Hardecker playing the ball. 5th tackle. Austin stabs a little kick in there, and Benison beats Cruz leaning to the ball.
Hold the 10, lads. Hold. Go 1.
And Cruz Leaman now just trying to force the error.
2.
There's good speed from Marker to try and shut down Mark Percival.
Well, we're into the final quarter now. There's a big deficit for Leeds to make up, but they're not going to out-muscle St Helens. So speed and skill have to be the greatest weapons. They've got to handle what Saints throw at them and challenge them when they've got the ball. Are they good enough to do it? Well, we'll wait and see.
There's Lomax, bobs the ball over the top to Conrad Hurrell. Hurrell with a little, not so delicate kick ahead. Matty Leeds, we hear, has passed his head injury assessment, so he'll be able to return. Here is Austin.
With and without the ball, Jack Wellsby has been all over this field. Now, I think he's had an incredible game so far. It all comes down to minutes and impact on the game, but a big tick next to Matty Leeds' name.
The big Mikolaj Aletsky now back onto the field. He'll give him some go forward, but solid defence again from Saints.
It's going to take something spectacular from Leeds in the final quarter of this game to try and turn this round, because Saints will not give up this advantage now. They are in sight of a record 4th title, but that ball has gone forward. Hardacre chasing it for all he's worth, almost got there.
Well, he makes it into a contest, doesn't he, against Benison. He comes up with it, he's just looking to offload the ball to Cam Smith. But you can see him just loitering with intent behind him.
Into the final quarter of the game. Let's get downstairs here from John.
Yeah, just a quick mention for one of the young players just playing the ball as we speak. Actually, John Benison fought his way into this first team this season and has sat consistent as we've been monitoring him. All these key metrics that we cover, sat comfortably inside the top 3 all game. Remember, he scored the try that took them to this final. What an outstanding contribution he's made.
Saints didn't like the tackle. Meanwhile, I think it was Tommy Makinson by Blake Austin, who's certainly been vigorous in his pursuit of the cause for the Leeds Rhinos. Here is Lomax, and back into the middle of the field.
I am mesmerised by James Roby. Every single pass is right on the button.
Goal 5, drop goal maybe.
There he is again, into the hands of Lomax. Lomax launching the kick, and Hardacre gathers it, sees off the challenge from Percival, but when he looks up, there's 3 more Saints players pursuing him.
Well, he just can't go anywhere, can he? And again, you just look at this Saints side have commented it quite a few times. They look fit the back end of games. They close them out well, but it is off the back of strong kicking game and where they turn the ball over.
Got 1.
There's Leeming, scorer of the try just before half-time that gave Leeds hope, but Saints have dashed those hopes with their second-half performance. Leeming once more, but Leeds struggling to make progress against the defensively determined St Helens side. They love this, do the Saints. We've got a lead, now let's defend it with all the
ball. We get it back. We get it back. Look at that.
Set restart, signals Liam Moore, the referee. Matt Pryor in possession for the Rhinos. About 30 metres or so away, and Aletsky. If they could find something now, find some points, it might give them hope that they could shock the Saints. Here's Sutcliffe hoping to offload. Again denied. Lomax, who seems to be everywhere. The strapping obscuring his vision, but he's still in there making the tackle. Cameron Smith, Pryor's pass, and Myler almost there. Here's Martin, Reece Martin has got that down amid all those bodies of things.
Mate, we have a tackle 4.
What?
I have no try.
No try, says Liam
confirm he
Moore.
doesn't get the ball down, please, mate.
Video referee to match director. There's an on-field decision of no try Can we please check all the available angles, please, on the grounding? Ball's up at that point, still up. It's still up at that point. And it's still up on that angle. I then lose it on that angle. So here we are again, it's his right arm, the ball is not on the ground at this point. It's still up, it's still up. It's still up. And it's still up on that angle. Thank you. I'm happy I've seen all the angles I need and I've now made my decision.
Rhys Martin so close to giving Leeds some hope, but denied by yet more fiercely enthusiastic defence from this St Helens side. They're not going to allow a Leeds recovery in this game. Martin,
Tackle 5.
denied.
Tackle 5, boys, discipline. Tackle 5.
But still one tackle left in this set. It goes across the field to the other side to Hardacre, but Hardacre stabs a kick in, and there's a groan really from the Leeds supporters because that was a nothing kick.
Yeah, not enough to say that they got over the line. You know, there's an old adage in rugby league, defence is an attitude. Well, the attitude of St Helens is, I'm going to cover me mate, I'm going to get there. And the contribution from Jake Winfield there was enough to deny Leeds and Rhys Martin, but there's 17 with the same attitude as him.
Is Makinson a skipping run from him? Well, they've got some grand finals to sort out in Australia next weekend. The women's grand final next Sunday, October the 2nd, 7:30 AM. You can see that on Sky Sports Arena. And it's followed by Penrith Panthers against the Eels, Parramatta Eels, at 9:30, Sunday, October the 2nd, Sky Sports Arena for the NRL Grand Final. Here's Morgan Knowles.
Hold. Go third.
Playing the ball. Lomax. Lomax back inside to Ignatius Passy. Gets the ball away to Welsby. Welsby. Curtis Sirinen. Sirinen tackled by Leeming. Lomax, Ignatius Passy, and Lomax just gives it to Passy and says, go on. And he does just that. And Leeds looking weary as Saints come at him again. Here's Lomax. Lomax tries another little kick. This one, a rarity for it not to come off, but it's picked up by Aletsky.
Yeah, he did well to get hold of that Nikolai Aletsky. Again, your Saints side just examining that defensive line, trying to break them down. And there's one thing for sure with Saints, they don't panic at all. Everything seems to be on their terms.
All the way, Kurt.
When they turn that ball over and where they turn it over.
Third. Moves.
Christian Wolf, his final game in charge of St Helens. Of course, he's got a small matter of the World Cup with Tonga to look forward to. Just 3 weeks today until the World Cup kicks off at St James's Park in Newcastle. So not much rest for many of these players who will be involved in the World Cup.
I think it's a late shot here on Richie Myler. We're going to get the penalty, the number 16 who's got hold of the ball.
This way, mate, this way.
Sees it Morgan Knowles, he just sets himself, he plants his feet.
Okay, mate.
I think it's just a penalty. Bill, you mentioned the World Cup. Our predecessors, Man and Terry anyway, Eddie Hemmings, Mike Steve Stevenson, of course, himself a World Cup winner. I know he'll be all over those World Cup matches.
Go.
Should be an absolute cracker. Looking forward to watching the final back here in November.
One. Move
Rhys
on.
Martin
Hold. Go one.
is tackled. Leeds, maybe some late defiance, but look at that shot from Matty Lees on Bodie Thompson. Drove Bodie Thompson back, and Thompson thinking, I'm glad I'm getting out of this. Here's Rhys Martin.
Third.
He's there again, Matty Lees. I tell you what, he'd be an unpopular pick, but he can't be far off the Harry Sunderland Matty Lees.
It's Cameron Smith, Blake Austin. Austin sets his sights on that Saints line, but guess who is there to stop him? James Roby. Set restart signal though by the referee is Bodine Thompson. Tell you what, they're hunting Bodine Thompson, Leeds in particular. Cameron Smith now. Smith can't do anything with possession there. Didn't like the attention of Ignatius Passy. Here's Myler. Myler's pass finds Austin. Austin, little flick out the back door. Finds Hanley. And Hanley kicks across field. Bodine Thompson is chasing that.
He didn't give it up, did he?
Can you hear me? I can't hear anything now.
He said, Bill. The offload back inside. Hanley goes across the field. He's just looking for someone to punch a hole. And all he can see is Bodine Thompson, who's the man who's just running into some space. And Mark Percival does enough.
Do you know, it's no surprise the way that Leeds are playing at the back end of this game. Irrespective of the scoreline. Look at that crowd there, 60,000+ in this wonderful stadium. But the mantra of Roland Smith has been stick with it. It might not be enough tonight, but it's got them to the grand final, and the Roland Smith revolution at Leeds Rhinos is in full swing. They'll get bigger days to come.
Well, if you think that they were in 11th, do you know, I think it was in April, everyone was talking about them getting relegated. There was a game between Toulouse that it was a must-win game for them. If they didn't win that game, down here at the bottom end of the table, Roland Smith comes in, he's totally transformed. And let's be honest, all them Leeds fans behind the post there, they didn't expect in April, May, June to be at grand final supporting Leeds Rhinos. That just shows the remarkable turnaround that this team's had.
The Leeds supporters, well, they must salute what Roland Smith and his coaching team have managed to do. A coaching team that's being restructured, you have to say. It's farewell to Sean Long after this one, farewell to Jason Davison as well. A bit of a technical problem for the referee, Liam Moore, just getting rewired.
Yeah, Jason Davidson's put a lot of work in over many years. Been here with numerous grand final teams in Leeds Rhinos teams. Jason Davidson, Jamie Jones-Buchanan taking a different role at the club. We'll see a lot more of him on Sky Sports. But wonderful shots here, a terrific atmosphere, as it always is at Old Trafford. And we've got a bit to go yet, but you know, we'll get into this St Helens. We'll talk about this St Helens side. Big debate over, are they the best team of the summer era? Well, 4 wins back-to-back. It's hard to argue.
They're outstanding, aren't they?
But there is some fierce debate over just how great this St Helens side. I mean, it is 10 minutes to go, looking like 4 successive grand final victories, never achieved before.
When you look at them 2 men who just made that tackle, and Johnny Lomax, James Roby, that's the reason why Saints are so good as well. Here we go.
Here's Reece Martin. Martin gets the pass away. Briscoe back to Martin. There is still life in the Leeds Rhinos camp. There is still a chance for Leeds. Reece Martin denied a few moments ago by the video ref. He and Briscoe combining. And Martin, so renowned as a goal kicker, coming up with the try for the Leeds Rhinos.
And that's what you say about the Rhinos. The man who's just lining up the kick.
Record this kick.
Well, if he lands this is a new record in Super League for successive kicks at goal. And what a crucial one it could be. Martin nonchalantly makes it 38 in a row and 24 points to 12.
Well, that never said their attitude. Incredible, really. Not giving up. I was down here yesterday And I was on the field and I was watching that man. He was just visualising. He was putting a pretend ball on the pitch, going through his strides, stepping back, focusing on the post. That's what makes him so good. His attention to detail is better than most, along with that man, Rowan Smith. And let me tell you, look, they might go on to lose this game, but you're going to have two proud coaches. One of them for what they've achieved over the last 4 years, and the other one for where they've come over the last few months.
Well, can Leeds magic something in the closing 8 minutes here? We're hearing that Mark Percival is off the field having a head injury assessment. And Leeds in possession. There he is, try scorer in the second half. And the Leeds supporters in good voice. And here is Austin, Myler for Hanley. Hanley a burst of pace, back in field to Austin. Austin loops the ball over the top. The referee's going to bring him all the way back for a forward pass.
Well, what a decision from St Helens defensively to put pressure on Leeds. As it goes across the line here, Blake Austin to Zach Hardacre, and then as soon as Zach Hardacre catches it, Tommy Makinson slams that door shut, and there's the forward pass. It's only just, but the referee is right in line with it. And now a little bit of indiscipline, a bit of back chat, descent, and forward, and a scrum turns into a penalty.
Oh, what a golden opportunity that was for Leeds, and just centimetres in it.
Yeah, fraction, but again, you've got to credit the way that they defend on the edge to force that error. It's like you lads have been saying, they've got to throw caution to win. They've got to keep on playing here.
What might have been for Leeds then. The Saints were cut open. Sirinen playing that ball slowly. And here is Matty Lees, a strong game from him. He started the ball rolling for Saints with that early try. Joey Lussick now, what a great story it is for him. The grand final loser with Salford in 2019. Here's Lomax, architect of so much for the Saints.
Tommy Makinson's lining up here
For a drop goal. He's still in position.
He's still there.
He is.
Desperate to get that ball, wasn't it? He's going back onto his wing. In perfect position to kick that.
They couldn't get it to him. And turn the ball over to Saints. But they turn it over with just 10 metres or so away from the Leeds line. The ball's touched by a Saints hand, so the referee wipes the tackle count clean. Here's Bodine Thompson. Here's Blake Austin. Austin, lovely pass, finds Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe weaving run from him.
He's had a few chances down on that left-hand side, haven't they, in his second half?
They're sensing an opportunity, maybe. Here's Austin, lobs the ball to the middle of the field, where Hardacre. Now Myler. Now Martin. Martin with the kick and into Roby's hands. Who else?
Nobody else, Bill. He's absolutely everywhere, James Roby. 42 tackles we've got him on our records. There's no right to be there with all the work that he's done. But Leeds, in the last, 2-3 sets, have gone over to their left. Saints is right, and the big man, Conrad Hurl, well, he's destructive with the ball. When he's tired and he's gassed, you can get at him. They just haven't done it enough, have they?
There's Matty Lees and Donaldson with the tackle. Lomax with the kick. And Briscoe claims that.
Well, that could have been a penalty.
I agree. He was taken in the air there by Wellsby.
Another tireless performance from that man in 9, James Roby. There's the tackle.
There's a bit of a tug on him, isn't there?
Austin couldn't take the ball, to the delight of the Saints supporters, just a short way away from him.
They're already celebrating, the St Helens players, arms up in the air. Now the question for me is, will they go for the try or will they go for the drop goal? But I'm almost certain they're going to get points from this set of 6. Leeds are exhausted, out on their feet.
Paul Wellens sending down instructions, and rapidly the water carriers emerge on the pitch. Leeds water carriers, but head and feet to Saints, bang in front of those posts. Here is Lomax trying to duck under the challenge. Austin makes sure that he's tackled. He's been spiky in this game as Blake Austin.
Yes, mate.
Here's Knowles. Cumbrian confrontation there, Knowles and Donaldson. Lussick hunting a try. 3 tackles gone. At the moment, Saints looking as though they're going to go wide to Lomax. They do, but Lomax is hounded down. Now they're coming back towards the middle of the field. It's Batchelor. Batchelor, 10 metres out. Saints going sideways. Ignatius Passy on the charge. Bodine Thompson with the tackle. Lomax has dropped back. No, little kick. The ball comes up in St Helens' hands, and it's 6 to go, says the referee. Sirenen, with a smile on his face, pounces on that ball. Well, they've got another opportunity now. Lomax gives it to LMS, says, go on, have a go, son. Louis McCarthy Scarsbrook is stopped just short. Lussick, Lomax is appealing for the ball. Lomax is Lees hammering at the Leeds defence. Saints ending this game as they started it, dominating. Leeds plays the ball. LMS is cut down. It's Leeds on the ropes as they have been most of this evening as well. Now will they go for it? They don't need to, really. It is Lomax. It is Lomax. He hits the post. How often have they done that in grand finals? Well, they tend to score off them in actual fact.
Well, they've been screaming for it, whether it be Johnny Lomax or Tommy Makinson. They've been calling for that for the last few sets of 6 when they've been down there.
So Saints just a minute away from a remarkable 4th consecutive grand final victory. Never been done before. Christian Wolff, the first coach to make it 3 in a row. What a way to bow out.
He's been absolutely outstanding, hasn't he? You know, he turned this side into we all knew that they could attack, but he's turned them into a real aggressive defensive side. They had a lot of pride in the defensive line. You can see him not hunting down still.
It's the last minute of the game.
And Big Al on the sideline is celebrating as much as anybody else. The work done by Holbrook was picked up and improved by Christian Wolff. He goes off to the Dolphins to work with the great Wayne Bennett with a grand final under his belt. Another one.
Bennison collects the ball. Bennison goes on a weaving run. What an outstanding grand final the 19-year-old has had. The clock is counting down. Saints now seconds away from history. 4 in a row for the Red V. Look at the celebrations. The Saints supporters absolutely jubilant. The Leeds supporters dejected. To even get to the grand final was a massive achievement for the Rhinos. Second bottom back in April, but second best here tonight at Old Trafford.